On the 8th of May 1945, millions of people celebrated on the streets of the UK, Europe, North America and beyond. It was the day they'd been hoping for nearly 6 years. Their biggest enemy in World War II had surrendered. The war began in 1939 when Germany's leader Adolf Hitler and his Nazi party invaded Poland, which was an ally of Britain and France.
He struck without warning, which is the way of the aggressor.
Nazi Germany had made a pact with the Soviet Union, a group of states including Russia. They agreed not to attack each other and secretly to divide Poland between them. Although this deal wouldn't last long, it gave Hitler the opportunity he needed. The Nazis soon gained power across Europe, invading and occupying many countries using firepower, speed and the element of surprise, a tactic known as BLITZKRIEG. And in June 1940, France also fell to the Nazis. Later that year, Hitler signed an agreement with Japan and Italy, forming the Axis powers. In 1941, Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, a US naval base in Hawaii. The attack brought America into the war, on the side of Great Britain and its allied forces, which included China, Canada and Australia. That same year, the Nazis launched a surprise attack on the Soviet Union, and it too joined the fight alongside the Allies. Meanwhile, in Germany and German-occupied countries, the Nazis were imprisoning and killing millions of people, mostly Jewish people, in what's now known as the Holocaust. For a while, it looked like Hitler and his allies were going to win the war. But a few big things happened that changed the course of history. Hitler underestimated the Soviet forces and lost a big, deadly fight, the Battle of Stalingrad in Russia. It stopped the Nazis advancing and helped turn the tide of the war. In the same year, the Allies landed in Italy, which overthrew its leader and switched sides, declaring war on the Axis powers. Then, in 1944, Allied troops carried out the biggest ever land, air and sea attack to take back Nazi-occupied Europe, landing on the beaches of Normandy in France on what's known as D-Day. In 1945, the US and the Soviet Union entered Germany. By the 8th of May, Hitler was dead, and Germany finally surrendered.
The German war is therefore at an end. Today is Victory in Europe Day.
While many celebrated, it would be 4 more months, many more deaths, and the near destruction of 2 Japanese cities before Japan would also surrender. But for the Allies, May 8th was a day to remember, as it signalled the beginning of the end of the deadliest war in history.